Good evening and welcome to State of Business. You're with me, Madhusha Tavapalakumar. Let's take a look at tonight's headlines first. NCPA seeks public views to improve child protection policy. Public Utilities Commission to introduce guidelines on power outages. And now the story is in detail. National Child Protection Authority today launched the draft of National Policy on Child Protection in Colombo. The chairperson of the National Child Protection Authority, Natasha Balendra, said the public views are sought to further improve the draft. The National Policy on Child Protection provides the overall framework of goals, guiding principles, values, policy goals, and main strategies that can be adopted to ensure children are protected. The policy also describes the proposed principles and institutional arrangements to guide a multi-sectoral across-government approach to child protection in Sri Lanka.
ළමා ආරක්ෂාව පිළිබඳ ජාතික ප්‍රතිපත්තිය ජනතාවගේ අදහස් වලට ඉදිරිපත් කරනවා. අපි කෙරුවේ සෑම අදාළ පාර්ශව කරුවන්ගෙන්ම අදහස් විමසලා එම අදහස් සංකල්පීය මට්ටමින් විස්තර කර නැවත නැවත ඔබතුමන්ගේ අදහස් විමසලා මේ කෙටුම්පත සැකසීමයි. අපි සියලු දෙනාම එකතු වෙලා කරපු වැඩක් නිසා මේ කෙටුම්පත ඉතාමත් වැදගත් ලිපිනයක් වෙනවා. පළමු වරට ලංකාවේ ළමයින්ගේ ආරක්ෂාව වෙනුවෙන් සේවා කරන සෑම අංශයම එකගත්වයකට ඇවිත් තියෙනවා. ළමා ආරක්ෂාව කියන්නේ මේකයි කියලා.
නොකර සිටීමට වඩා මොනවා හෝ කරන එක හොඳයි. තව දෙයක් කියලා දිනවා. better late than never කියලා. පරක්කුයි අපි හොඳම පරක්කුයි. ඒ උනත් පරක්කු වෙලා හරි විදියට හොඳට නිවැරදිව සැලසුම් කරන එක නොකර සිටීමට වඩා 100,000 ගුණයක් හොඳයි. අද දිනපතා සිදුවෙන ළමා හා කාන්තා අපචාරයන් පිළිබඳව අප දොස් නැගිය යුත්තේ අපටමයි. ඇඟිල්ල දික් කරගන්නවා පොලිස්පති හැටියට මටම. මගේ වගකීමක් පොලිස්පති හැටියට. මම අනිත් අයට ඇඟිල්ල දික් කරන එක අවශ්‍ය නැහැ.
Public Utilities Commission reveals that they are in discussions with relevant authorities to prepare consumer rights and obligation statements for water and petroleum sectors. The Director General of the PUCSL, Damita Kumar Singh, said they would seek support of the subject ministries to do so. Kumarasiri also said that the PUCSL will also launch 11 rules and guidelines covering a number of areas including planned and unplanned power outages.
The Public Utilities Commission of Sri Lanka organized the second edition of Consumer Rights Forum in Colombo today. The forum was held to mark the World Consumer Rights Day. The agenda explores the most pressing issues with regards to electricity, petroleum and water services, consumer rights and obligation, achieving quality services, smart utilities, clean water, affordable energy and consumer obligations.
Since now we are moving into a middle income state, it is very important that we deliver the products at the right price and at the right quality to the people to ensure their consumer rights. So consumer rights, in our opinion, is directly related to the development of the country. So for the electricity sector, Commission has already published the consumer rights and obligation statement, which is in effect from 2015. And to ensure those rights are delivered, Commission has already formulated many regulations and guidelines. And in 2017, we expect to come out with further 11 guidelines on consumer rights in the electricity sector.
Let's take a look at more news after this break. Welcome back. Joint opposition says the International Monetary Fund is delaying the disbursement of next installment of the extended fund facility of $1.5 billion. Former Minister Bandula Gunawardena said the IMF is concerned with Sri Lanka's failure to implement austerity measures proposed by the lender.
අත්‍යන්තර මූල්‍ය අරමුදලේ අපි අවුරුදු 3කට ඇමරිකානු ඩොලර් බිලියන 1.5ක් ලබා ගන්න ගිවිසුම අත්සන් කරලා තියෙන්නේ ඒක ගිවිසුමක්. ඒ ගිවිසුම අනුව රජයේ ආදායම පුළුවන් තරම් ඉහළ නංවන්න ඕනේ. රජයේ වියදම අඩු කරන්න ඕනේ. අයවැය පරතරය අඩු කරන්න ඕනේ. ඒකට ඒවා කරන බවට ප්‍රතිඥා දීලා තමයි මේ වාරික ලැබෙන්නේ. ඒවා නිසි ලෙස ඉෂ්ට නොවන විට වාරිකය පමා වෙනවා. දැන් තුන්වෙනි වාරිකය දෙන එක ජාත්‍යන්තර මූල්‍ය අරමුදල අදිනවා. ඒ මොකද මේ රාජ්‍ය සම්පත්තික ඔවුන් කිව්ව ආකාරයට තාම විකුණලා නැහැ.
ක්‍රිස්ටින් ලෙගාඩ් මැතිනිය ජාත්‍යන්තර මූල්‍ය අරමුදලේ කළමනාකරන අධ්‍යක්ෂකතුමිය මේ රටට එන්න මේ නිශ්චිත තිබුණා.
ඔව්.
හැබැයි ඒක කල් දැම්මා. අපි දකින්නට ඒකට ඇත්ත හේතුව තමයි ශ්‍රී ලංකා රජයේ ඒ ජාත්‍යන්තර මූල්‍ය අරමුදල සමග අත්සන් කරපු කිවිසුමේ කොන්දේසි වලට අනුකූලව කටයුතු නොකිරීම. ඒතර තව මුදල් ලබා ගැනීම බැරි තත්ත්වයක් තියෙනවා. එතුමිය ආවෙත් නැහැ. අද වෙනතුරු එන්නේ කවදාද කියලා හරියට පැහැදිලිව ප්‍රකාශ කරලා නැහැ.
The finance minister responded to this allegation during a media interaction today. Here he said the government will discuss this with the IMF and will not further burden the masses.
As for the IMF, it is a very successful discussion that we have had, and as you see, the fiscal performance have been excellent and they have commented upon that. On the monetary areas, there are certain one or two questions that they like us to fine-tune, and that's going on. And I'm sure the second tranche, which has got to be assessed in June, that everything will be very successfully completed. But all we've done it has been done for Sri Lankan good and not just been dictated upon us. So this is part of the economy we inherited, but today we have managed to bring fiscal consolidation in, financial discipline in, and through that process, you could see that Sri Lanka is being looked at from a different perspective than what it was.
Meanwhile, a high-level delegation from the European Investment Bank met the Finance Minister Ravi Karunanayake in Colombo today. The delegation from the EU Investment Bank is in Sri Lanka on a 3-day visit. The main objective of this visit, led by Andrew McDowell, newly appointed Vice President of the bank responsible for South Asia, is to explore new opportunities for future investment in Sri Lanka. The European Investment Bank is Europe's long-term lending institution and owned directly by the 28 European Union member states. This visit represents the first visit of a Vice President of the European Investment Bank to Sri Lanka in more than 5 years.
My three-day visit to Sri Lanka is intended to strengthen relations with key partners in this country and build on the bank's track record to enable even more engagement in supporting investment into the future. The visit follows the fruitful discussions the Minister and his colleagues and I had following the signature in Brussels of contracts for a 15 million long-term loan for water investment across the city of Colombo 2 months ago. And the long-term loan for Colombo represented the European Union's first ever support for water investment in Sri Lanka and the first loan for public and sector investment agreed with the new government here.
Let's take a look at the stocks after this break. Welcome back. The trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended in a positive note today. The all-share price index gained 10.14 points to close at 5,985.08. And S&P SL 20 index gained by 0.86 points to close the session at 3,399.03. The turnover was 2.3 billion and 73.1 million shares were traded. Next is Forex rates. Thank you for joining with us. We'll meet you tomorrow with more latest news. Until then, take care. Good night.